Have you ever shared something personal with your family, only to regret it later? As we age, maintaining peace and dignity in our later years becomes more important than ever. While openness is often encouraged in families, there are certain topics that can lead to unnecessary stress, misunderstandings, or even conflict, especially after the age of 65. At this stage in life, your focus should be on enjoying your time, preserving your independence, and avoiding unnecessary drama. However, some discussions can unintentionally lead to interference, unsolicited advice, or even family disputes. That's why knowing what to keep private can be just as important as knowing what to share. In this article, we'll explore 3 personal matters that are best kept to yourself if you want to lead a peaceful and stress-free life after 65. Your full financial situation. Money can be one of the most sensitive and divisive topics in any family, and as you grow older, your financial situation becomes even more crucial to handle with care. While it may seem natural to discuss your finances with your children, grandchildren, or close relatives, sharing too much information can sometimes lead to unintended consequences. Whether you have a sizable nest egg or are struggling to make ends meet, revealing all the details of your financial affairs can create tensions, unrealistic expectations, or even conflicts that disrupt the peace you deserve in your later years. One of the main reasons to be cautious about discussing your finances is the risk of financial dependence. If your family members know you have significant savings, some may start seeing you as a financial safety net. While it is natural to want to support your loved ones, consistently helping them financially can lead to dependency, rather than encouraging them to be responsible with their own finances. Worse, if they assume you have more than enough, they may not respect your financial boundaries, leading to a situation where you feel obligated to provide assistance even when it is not in your best interest. Another issue that can arise is entitlement. If family members believe they are going to inherit a significant portion of your wealth, they may begin acting accordingly, sometimes even making plans for money they do not yet have. This can cause unnecessary disputes among siblings or relatives who start competing for your favor. In some cases, family members may even pressure you into making financial decisions that benefit them more than you. This could include urging you to distribute your assets early, co-signing loans, or making investments that serve their interests rather than your own. In addition to entitlement, there is also the risk of financial exploitation. Unfortunately, elder financial abuse is a real issue, and sometimes, it happens within families. A seemingly innocent request for financial help can escalate into larger demands over time, and if you are too open about your financial details, you may become an easy target. Even well-meaning relatives might begin making financial decisions on your behalf, assuming they know what is best for you. By keeping certain aspects of your finances private, you maintain control over your own money and reduce the risk of being manipulated or taken advantage of. Sharing financial information can also lead to unnecessary stress and anxiety. If you are struggling financially, revealing this to your family may cause them to worry excessively or even judge your past financial choices. While their concern may be genuine, it can also lead to unwanted interference, where they begin dictating how you should manage your money. On the other hand, if you are financially comfortable, some family members might feel resentment or believe you are withholding support. In both cases, open discussions about money can generate more stress than solutions, leading to conflicts that could have been avoided. A more balanced approach is to share financial information on a need-to-know basis. If you have a trusted financial advisor or attorney, they can help ensure that your estate and finances are in order without involving the entire family. If necessary, you can also appoint a responsible power of attorney for financial matters, but this should be someone you trust implicitly and who understands your wishes. Additionally, instead of discussing specific numbers, you can focus on general principles. For example, if your children ask about your financial situation, you might say that you have things under control and have made arrangements for the future. If they press for details, you can reassure them that your estate plan is in place and that they will be informed of anything they need to know when the time comes. Setting clear boundaries about financial discussions helps protect both your independence and your peace of mind. In short, while financial transparency has its place, full disclosure is not always necessary, especially when it can lead to complications, pressure, or even conflict. Keeping your financial situation private allows you to maintain control over your own resources, prevent unnecessary family drama, and ensure that your later years remain as peaceful and fulfilling as possible. Another important reason to keep your financial details private is to protect your future well-being. If your family knows exactly how much you have, they may unintentionally, or intentionally, influence your spending decisions. For instance, they may insist that you should downsize your home or move into assisted living earlier than you'd like, based on their perception of your financial situation rather than your actual needs and desires. This can lead to situations where you feel pressured to make changes you are not ready for, simply to accommodate their expectations. Furthermore, discussing financial matters too openly can impact the way your family treats you. If they believe you are wealthy, they might assume you can always afford to pay for family trips, gifts, or even expensive medical treatments for others. On the other hand, if they think you are struggling, they might start making decisions for you, limiting your choices or discouraging you from enjoying your own money out of concern. Either way, too much transparency about your finances can lead to a loss of personal agency, making you feel like your independence is slipping away. Another critical aspect to consider is the effect financial discussions can have on your relationships. Money has a way of changing dynamics, sometimes bringing out the worst in people. Even the closest families are not immune to conflicts over inheritance, property, or financial responsibility. If one family member believes they are entitled to more than another, resentment can build, leading to unnecessary disputes. By keeping your financial details private and making clear, legally sound arrangements in advance, you can minimize the chances of family strife down the road. One way to maintain control without disclosing everything is to ensure your estate planning is well organized. This includes having a will, trusts if necessary, and clear instructions for asset distribution. Instead of discussing exact figures with your family, you can simply reassure them that your affairs are in order and that they will receive relevant information at the appropriate time. Having a trusted attorney or executor manage your estate can also provide an additional layer of security, ensuring that your wishes are carried out without family members getting involved in unnecessary disputes. Lastly, financial privacy helps you enjoy your later years without the burden of external pressures. After a lifetime of hard work, you deserve to use your money the way you see fit, whether that means traveling, pursuing hobbies, donating to charities, or simply maintaining a comfortable lifestyle. Keeping your financial situation private allows you to make decisions based on your own priorities, rather than feeling obligated to meet the expectations of others. By maintaining discretion regarding your finances, you create a boundary that allows for greater peace of mind. You protect yourself from potential conflicts, financial pressure, and even exploitation. Most importantly, you retain the ability to make decisions on your own terms, ensuring that your later years remain as stress-free and enjoyable as possible. Your deepest regrets and past mistakes. As you grow older, it is natural to reflect on the past, the choices you made, the opportunities you missed, and the mistakes you wish you could undo. While self-reflection is an important part of personal growth, sharing your deepest regrets and past mistakes with your family may not always lead to the understanding and closure you hope for. In fact, revealing too much about your regrets can create unnecessary emotional strain, rekindle old wounds, or even change the way your loved ones perceive you. One of the main reasons to keep certain regrets to yourself is that your family may not see things the same way you do. What you consider a mistake might be viewed differently by your children or other relatives. For example, if you regret working too much and missing time with your family, they may not have seen it as an issue at all. Instead, they may have appreciated the stability and opportunities your hard work provided for them. By sharing this regret, you might unintentionally make them feel guilty, as if they had somehow been a burden or the cause of your unhappiness. On the other hand, some regrets could reopen old wounds or create new conflicts. Suppose you confess to a past decision that negatively impacted your family, such as choosing one child's needs over another's, mishandling a family dispute, or even personal mistakes in your relationships. While you may hope for understanding and forgiveness, your loved ones might react with confusion, disappointment, or even resentment. They may begin questioning past events, reinterpreting their childhoods or family relationships in a way that damages the harmony you have worked so hard to maintain. Sharing certain regrets can also change the way your family views you. If you reveal something deeply personal, such as a secret affair from decades ago, a financial mistake that had unseen consequences, or a moral dilemma you struggled with, it may cause them to see you in a different light. While you might be seeking closure, your family may instead struggle with processing this new information. They may wonder why you are bringing it up now, what they are supposed to do with this knowledge, and whether it changes the way they feel about you. Rather than fostering closeness, such revelations may create distance and discomfort. Another concern is that discussing past regrets can shift the emotional burden onto your family. If you share painful experiences, your children or grandchildren might feel an obligation to comfort you, offer solutions, or even carry the weight of your emotions. While their support is well-meaning, it can also create unnecessary stress for them. They may feel helpless in their ability to change the past for you or burdened by a sense of responsibility they were never meant to carry. Instead of finding relief, you may end up unintentionally making them feel sad, guilty, or overwhelmed. In some cases, revealing regrets can also influence your family's decisions about their own lives. If you express deep remorse over certain choices, such as marrying young, choosing a particular career path, or handling a financial matter poorly, your family may internalize your words in ways you did not intend. Your children, for example, might start questioning their own decisions, fearing they will repeat your mistakes. They may feel pressured to live differently, even when their circumstances are completely different from yours. By keeping certain regrets private, you allow your loved ones to shape their own perspectives and choices without the weight of your past influencing them. This does not mean you should never share wisdom gained from past experiences. There is value in passing down lessons learned, but the key is in how you frame these conversations. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, you can focus on offering guidance in a positive way. Rather than saying, "I regret working so much because I missed out on family time," you can say, "I've learned how important it is to cherish time with loved ones, and I encourage you to do the same." This approach allows you to impart wisdom without burdening your family with feelings of regret or sadness. It is also important to find personal ways to process your regrets without necessarily sharing them with your family. Writing in a journal, confiding in a close friend, seeking spiritual guidance, or speaking with a professional counselor can help you come to terms with your past in a healthy way. By doing so, you can achieve the peace and closure you seek without placing an emotional burden on your loved ones. Ultimately, while it is natural to want to share your reflections and experiences with your family, some regrets and past mistakes are best kept private. Protecting your family from unnecessary emotional strain allows you to maintain a positive and peaceful relationship with them. Instead of focusing on the past, you can channel your energy into making the most of the present, enjoying the time you have with your loved ones without dwelling on what cannot be changed. Another important reason for keeping your deepest regrets and past mistakes to yourself is to preserve the emotional stability of your family dynamics. Families are often based on the foundation of trust, love, and shared history. While it's natural to want to be open with your loved ones, some emotional burdens can destabilize those bonds. For instance, if you were involved in a controversial or divisive situation in your past, such as a family conflict or a personal decision that others in the family view negatively, revisiting that can cause unnecessary tension. Even if the situation occurred years ago, bringing it to the surface can disrupt the peace and force everyone to relive old grievances. These revelations can lead to arguments, misunderstandings, and a loss of the harmonious family environment you've worked to maintain. Moreover, your family members, particularly your children or grandchildren, may not be equipped to handle the weight of your deepest regrets. While they may want to support you, they might find it emotionally challenging to process some of the complex feelings and decisions you're grappling with. If, for example, you confess regret over a difficult choice regarding your parenting or a painful personal relationship, your children might feel caught between sympathy and frustration. They could even question their own upbringing or feel conflicted about your decisions. They may love you deeply, but the emotional burden of handling your regrets could be overwhelming, leaving them unsure of how to respond. For some people, confessing past mistakes is an attempt to find redemption or seek forgiveness. However, your family members may not be able to offer that kind of closure. They might not feel the same way you do about the past, and expecting them to relieve your guilt or make peace with your decisions can place them in a difficult position. For example, if you regret a choice that hurt someone in your family, such as an emotional betrayal, your family members may not be able to forgive or fully understand your feelings. They may struggle to reconcile the present version of you with the person who made those mistakes. This dissonance could harm your relationship with them, rather than bringing the healing you may seek. Furthermore, revealing your regrets can alter the way your family members view you, and not always for the better. In many cases, older adults prefer to maintain their role as respected and wise figures in their families. Sharing too much about past failures can diminish this perception and make your family members feel as though they are now caring for you in a different way, perhaps out of pity or concern. Instead of looking to you for guidance or strength, they may begin to view you as someone who needs emotional support rather than providing it. This shift in perspective can strain your relationships, as it may create an imbalance between you and your loved ones, where you feel more vulnerable or dependent than you'd like. By choosing to keep some regrets private, you maintain your dignity and self-respect. The process of aging involves learning to accept certain aspects of life that cannot be changed and finding peace with the choices you've made. Revealing past mistakes can sometimes prevent that acceptance, prolonging your emotional struggle. It may feel therapeutic in the moment to share your regrets with family, but in the long term, this vulnerability can lead to a sense of unresolved tension and anxiety. Keeping these feelings to yourself can allow you to accept your past and continue to focus on the positive aspects of your life and relationships in the present. Furthermore, protecting your family from your emotional burdens helps to keep your relationship with them based on the joys of the present rather than the pains of the past. If you spend time reminiscing about old mistakes or missed opportunities, it can overshadow the new memories you could be creating. Every family member has their own struggles, and while it's important to be emotionally supportive of one another, it's equally important to allow each person to grow, evolve, and live without being tied to past regrets. This isn't to say you shouldn't seek healing or closure. It's essential to find ways to process your past in a healthy and constructive manner. Speaking to a therapist, a spiritual guide, or a close friend can offer the emotional space you need to work through your regrets. Professional counseling, in particular, provides a safe and neutral environment to explore your feelings without burdening your loved ones. Therapy allows you to confront difficult emotions while developing coping strategies that preserve your mental health and emotional well-being. Similarly, journaling can be an excellent outlet for reflecting on regrets, as it provides a private space to process complex feelings. Writing allows you to release pent-up emotions while also gaining clarity and perspective on your life's journey. By acknowledging and working through your regrets privately, you protect your family from becoming entangled in your emotional challenges. Ultimately, the goal is not to suppress or deny your regrets, but to find healthier, more appropriate ways to process them that do not involve burdening your loved ones. Your family should be a source of support and love in your later years, not an emotional sounding board for every regret or mistake you have ever made. By protecting them from the weight of your past, you can create a more peaceful and harmonious atmosphere that focuses on the present and future, rather than being stuck in the past. Your health issues and medical conditions. As we age, health inevitably becomes a more prominent focus in our lives. It is common to experience various health concerns, and sharing these concerns with close family members can sometimes seem like an act of trust or an attempt to garner support. However, there are several reasons why you might want to keep some details about your health issues private, especially as you reach later stages of life. Disclosing too much about your health can lead to unwanted anxiety, interference, or even a shift in how your family members treat you. Maintaining privacy around your health not only protects your well-being but also helps maintain your independence and dignity. One of the primary reasons to keep your health issues to yourself is to preserve your sense of independence. Many older adults face challenges such as chronic conditions, mobility issues, or cognitive decline. While it's natural to want to lean on family for support, sharing every detail of your health may result in well-meaning relatives becoming overly involved. For example, if your children or other family members know about all of your medical issues, they may start taking control over aspects of your life that you prefer to handle yourself. They may become more insistent on accompanying you to doctor's appointments, monitoring your medication, or even making decisions on your behalf. While their intentions are usually rooted in care and concern, this level of involvement can strip you of the autonomy and independence that is crucial to your sense of self. Additionally, constantly discussing your health can lead to your family treating you in a way that makes you feel less capable. If you frequently talk about your medical issues, your relatives may start seeing you as fragile or dependent, even if you're still capable of managing much of your daily life. This shift in perception can make you feel as though you are no longer seen as the active, independent person you once were. If your family is overly focused on your health, they may not respect your desires or decisions, instead assuming that they need to make choices for you based on your medical condition. This can lead to frustration and a sense of loss of control over your own life. Another reason to keep your health issues private is to avoid causing unnecessary worry for your family. When a loved one is dealing with a serious illness, it's only natural for family members to feel anxious and concerned. However, constantly discussing your health problems with your family can heighten their stress and cause them to worry excessively. This can create an environment of anxiety rather than support, where your family feels overwhelmed by the potential for future complications or the fear of losing you. In some cases, family members may also start focusing on the worst-case scenario, which can add to the emotional burden of both you and them. By keeping certain health matters private, you can shield them from additional stress and avoid the constant cycle of worry that can come from talking about your ailments in great detail. There is also the risk that sharing too much about your health can lead to family members assuming they know what is best for you. Well-meaning relatives may try to take charge of your healthcare decisions or try to intervene in ways that may not align with your wishes. For example, if you have a chronic illness and your family knows every detail about your condition, they might start advocating for treatments or medications that they believe are in your best interest. While their concern may be genuine, this can result in you feeling pressured to follow their suggestions, even if they are not the treatment options you would have chosen. This can lead to feelings of frustration, helplessness, and a sense of not being in control of your own healthcare decisions. Moreover, the conversations around health can sometimes become focused on the negative, overshadowing other aspects of your life. If you talk about your medical conditions constantly, your family may start seeing you primarily as someone with health issues, rather than as a person with hobbies, interests, and a rich life outside of your conditions. This can lead to feelings of isolation and frustration, as you may feel defined by your illness rather than by who you truly are. Additionally, if your family is overly concerned with your health, they might unintentionally focus on your limitations instead of celebrating your strengths and accomplishments. This can cause you to feel like a burden, even if your family does not intend to make you feel that way. There are also situations where sharing details about your health can lead to family members making assumptions about what you can or cannot do. For example, if you've had a medical issue, such as surgery or a chronic condition, your family may start to believe you can no longer participate in activities you previously enjoyed, such as travel or socializing. They might encourage you to limit yourself, based on their assumptions about your health. While these restrictions may be meant to protect you, they can also lead to unnecessary limitations on your quality of life. By keeping certain health matters private, you can maintain control over your decisions, activities, and daily routines without feeling as though your family is deciding for you. Finally, by keeping some health details private, you give yourself the space to seek professional advice without family pressure. While family support is essential, sometimes it's necessary to make healthcare decisions based on expert opinions rather than the advice or concerns of family members. If your family knows too much about your health, they might try to intervene in your treatment options, or push for treatments they feel are right, even if they are not medically advised. Maintaining privacy allows you to approach healthcare in a way that is focused on your personal needs and the professional guidance you receive, rather than being influenced by well-meaning but potentially misguided family advice. Another reason to keep your health issues private is the importance of maintaining a positive outlook on life. If you are constantly discussing your ailments, it may begin to shape how both you and your family perceive your life. When people focus too much on physical limitations or ongoing medical problems, it can lead to a negative outlook on aging. While it's important to address health concerns as they arise, it's equally important to preserve the mental and emotional quality of life by shifting attention away from health problems and focusing on other aspects of living. Talking about health issues too frequently can reinforce a narrative that your life is primarily about managing illness, which might influence your family's perception of you in an unhelpful way. By minimizing such discussions, you can maintain a sense of hope and resilience, and this attitude can help foster a more positive environment for both you and your family. Another significant consideration is that revealing too much about your health may unintentionally put a strain on the relationship between you and your loved ones. Health issues can create a sense of dependency, where family members begin to treat you differently, focusing primarily on what you need instead of who you are. While they may want to help, you could start feeling like you are being defined by your medical conditions rather than your personality, interests, or achievements. If your family is constantly preoccupied with your health, it can lead to a sense of frustration or isolation, as though you are no longer seen as the independent, capable person you were in earlier stages of life. Keeping details about your health private can help preserve your dignity and allow you to retain your identity beyond the scope of your illnesses. Moreover, some health issues, particularly those that are sensitive or embarrassing, may not need to be shared at all. For instance, if you're experiencing a condition that you find difficult to talk about, such as incontinence, memory loss, or issues related to sexual health, it's entirely reasonable to choose not to share those details with your family. Many people experience personal health concerns that they feel are private, and it's important to set boundaries around what you're comfortable sharing. While it may seem like a burden to keep these things to yourself, it can actually help you maintain a sense of autonomy and privacy in areas that are deeply personal. By protecting this aspect of your life, you prevent any potential discomfort or awkwardness that may arise from oversharing, and instead create an environment where you can address these issues privately, without feeling judged or overly scrutinized. There's also the risk of your health status becoming a point of contention or conflict among family members. For example, if you have multiple children or relatives, some may disagree on what kind of care you need or how involved they should be in your health decisions. By keeping some health details private, you avoid opening the door to potentially disruptive family arguments. Health decisions, especially those made late in life, can sometimes lead to disputes about who should take responsibility for your care, what treatments are best, or who should have authority in making decisions. Keeping health matters within a trusted circle of medical professionals or a designated power of attorney can help prevent these types of conflicts, allowing your family to focus on supporting you without fighting over the details. Additionally, revealing every aspect of your health can make it harder to enjoy meaningful activities without being constantly reminded of your limitations. If you openly discuss your conditions with family members, it can create an environment where every family gathering, outing, or social interaction revolves around your health concerns. You may find yourself constantly being asked about your well-being, your symptoms, or how you're feeling, which can be emotionally draining. It's natural to want to be treated with care, but at the same time, it's important to ensure that you are still seen as an individual who has the ability to enjoy life beyond your health issues. Keeping certain health matters private allows you to participate in family events and enjoy life without the constant focus on your physical condition. Lastly, maintaining privacy about your health allows you to take control of your care and make decisions based on your own preferences, rather than those of others. When you share too much information, your family may begin to make assumptions about what is best for you. They might pressure you to take certain medications, undergo specific treatments, or make changes to your lifestyle, even if those decisions are not in alignment with your wishes. By keeping your medical details private, you ensure that your healthcare decisions are driven by what you believe is best for your body, in consultation with your healthcare providers. It also ensures that you can make informed choices without undue influence or interference from family members who may not fully understand your perspective or medical needs. In some cases, family members may unintentionally add to your stress by constantly checking in on your health, offering unsolicited advice, or worrying excessively. This added pressure can lead to feelings of resentment or emotional fatigue. If you keep your health issues private, you can manage your own stress more effectively, ensuring that you are not burdened with constantly addressing your health concerns in front of others. This approach can also preserve a sense of normalcy, allowing you to engage with family members in ways that are not centered on your medical conditions, thus maintaining more balanced and fulfilling relationships. In conclusion, while it is important to have support from your family during challenging health times, it is equally important to maintain your privacy, independence, and dignity. By selectively sharing details about your health, you preserve your own autonomy, reduce unnecessary worry for your loved ones, and avoid potential conflicts or uncomfortable situations. Your family should be a source of joy and comfort in your later years, not a source of anxiety or unwanted pressure. Keeping certain health details private allows you to maintain control over your own care, while still enjoying meaningful connections with your family that are not solely focused on your health issues. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content. Thank you again for watching, and goodbye.